Welcome everyone to the AI Adopters Club chat. Today we're slicing right in for our latest newsletter topic. Why it might be time to rethink your virtual assistant strategy and start bringing in AI orchestrated managers. Camille, let's jump right in. Maybe you can kick us off by telling folks why you think the old school VA model is getting a bit stale and what sparked this whole shift.
The first article on the AI Adopters Club is actually called Welcome to the Director's Chair. And what do I talk about there? It's about the new type of skills that we need to get away from executing the task and then jumping up a higher level to direct the tools that can now the tasks that we used to do before. And honestly, we should think the same way about the people that help us, whether this is employees or virtual assistants, even subcontractors. They need to be somewhat versatile in the AI tools that make them more effective so that you, in the end, get a better bang for your buck. Yeah, sure, they might be a little bit more expensive, but you will get a multiplier on top of that on terms of what type of tasks they can achieve. Can you just dive right into and briefly give us an idea on how much more somebody can achieve and why this is important for them to have those skills and what those skills are?
Essentially, the idea is that when someone steps into that director's chair role, whether it's you or someone assisting you, they're not just executing tasks. They're actually designing the workflows that let those tasks run more or less on their own. So the skill set is about understanding AI tools, integrating automation, and basically making sure that you're not just paying for human effort, but you're paying for systems that amplify that effort. In a nutshell, the reason it's important is that these AI savvy assistants or managers can handle a wider range of complex tasks and actually reduce the need for manual input over time. So you're really getting more efficiency, more scalability, and ultimately a bigger bang for your buck.
So, how does somebody that reads this article see if this is the right one for them, or where do they find themselves in in their role or the size of the company? How do they know, and how can they read this article to really get some takeaways that apply to them directly?
If you're a reader and you're wondering if this fits you, it's really about whether you're tired of just adding more hands to the deck. You're at a point where you're scaling up and you realize you need smarter systems rather than just more people. This is for you. The article breaks down exactly how to identify that. Are you dealing with repetitive workflows that never seem to end? Are you constantly hiring just to keep up with tasks? Then the takeaway is it's time to consider these AI orchestrated managers. It's about shifting your mindset from just delegating tasks to designing systems that run those tasks. And that's the practical angle they can take away and apply directly.
Sounds great. So I don't want to reveal too much of the article because I still want you guys to read it, obviously. But if you would pick one thing that you thought was a surprise, or maybe something that's a little bit contrarian to what you were expecting before we started writing this article and publishing it, what would that be?
Surprising twist is that it's not just about efficiency or cutting costs. One contrarian angle is that these AI managers can actually create more meaningful human roles. Instead of having people stuck doing repetitive tasks, you're freeing them up to do more creative, strategic work. And that was a bit of a surprise because it turns the usual narrative on its head. So there's your little taste.
All
If that
right.
piques your interest, definitely dive.
Yeah, definitely dive in. And thank you so much for being here, guys. Wish everybody a wonderful Labor Day weekend and see you next week. Bye bye.